Hey beautiful creatives, my name is Alison Durazo, and if you're new to my channel, I talk about everything from fashion, skincare, to lifestyle vlogging. Now let's get started. One of the things that happened to me this week was I had a meeting on Zoom with a modeling agent who took a look at my portfolio, and we came to find that I will need to one-tone my hair, tone my muscles here and on my stomach, because I have been eating a lot of carbs. That's one of the main sources I've come to find out after hiring a fitness coach. So they have been telling me all about it. Also, my agent mentioned to resize my hips, that maybe my hips are bigger than what they seem, right? Because he wants to know what the waist to hip ratio is. So measuring my hip would not be right here. It would be more like on the biggest portion. So like over, like right there. Okay? So like, let's see what it is. Just because I'm curious what my hip size is. It's basically a 38. Maybe a little less, maybe more of a 37. Let's stand straight and figure it out. 37, yeah. And then my mid waist. 37. Oh, geez. So if I measure right here, like a 32. So 32, 37, and then bust would be also 32. No! Is it? Let's double check, because I think it was 32. It is 32. So my bust is the same size as my belly. No! Because my old waist was 28, and now I'm 32. Okay, definitely need to work out. Anyways, aside from that hard reality, I need to get together Polaroids or a composite card so that I can apply for these commercial jobs, because I need to get back into my foot in the door for doing this, because my backup plan was graphic design, which I've made 0 sales with Billy Swag and absolutely no gigs with graphic design, because everybody wants to just use AI or use a friend as a graphic designer. So me, I am out of job, so I don't have a job. I am your unemployed friend that will be talking to you in the immediate future about fashion, skincare, and modeling. So this weekend, I am hoping to get my paint sent in and getting it refilled because it wasn't mixed correctly. And then I also have a paint sample on top, which I'm also gonna buy on top of that. Because if I'm gonna go in a place and try to return something and get something for free, I usually just end up buying something. That's just how it goes, right? Because one of the things I saw today was you could save money, but it could sell out tomorrow. And I thought that was really funny and kind of just quirky, and it got me. Anyways, how do you like my hair? I've been trying out new hairstyles. Here, let's bring this down. So in my own free time, I'm going to get as weird and odd with my hair and my fashion as possible, because that's what I like, and I'm a little weirdo. And if I can't be a high fashion model because of my height, then I will be in my own life. I will take my own photos at home, and commercial modeling will just be my career, my real career. It'll be like duo, double personality, Hannah Montana type things going on. And my anniversary is coming up. Don't know if you saw in my last episode, but I got this for my anniversary, which is a little perfume by Flower Nose. It's super adorable. Smells really good. I got it because the other one had sandalwood in it, and personally, I don't like sandalwood for feminine scents. Because I like to smell very citrusy and floral and not like a forest. Sandalwood smells like a forest to me. I don't know where sandalwood comes from. I think maybe a desert, but it smells awfully forestry to me. Anyways, moving on. The next coming week, I will be doing everything on this post-it note. So for my Instagram, 40% polished images, 30% lifestyle, 20% shorts, and 10% educational. So the 40%, I figured, how am I gonna figure that out? I can't really math. So let's just do 4 days of the week for polished images, 3 days of the week for lifestyle images / reels, 2 days of the week for shorts that have movement in them. So whether it's yoga or hiking or whatever the heck I do. And then 10% educational, which was the how do you pose in a blazer? How to pose, 3 ways to pose in a blazer, 3 ways to pose in a black dress. Those are pretty much the things I've been doing, like a series of how to pose to teach other people how to pose. Okay, and then these are all things I gotta do. So I'm gonna create a carousel at the end of every month for my Instagram. Coffee shop candid, clean headshot, walking in the city clip, or walking in general, because I don't live in the city anymore. I used to when I lived in Sacramento. I guess it was a city, but I never really considered Sacramento a city. But now that I'm in Vermont, yes I do, because I really, really miss Sacramento. There's nothing close to Sacramento at all in Vermont. I'd have to drive all the way to New Jersey or New York just to get a glimpse of what a city's like, because don't tell me Boston is a city. I absolutely hate Boston and just like the food scene in general, because I had such a terrible experience with the vegan food scene. Like, what do you mean the plant burger is gonna be over $100? It's good food, it's just, I don't know if it's $100 worth. And then there was a ramen place that was supposed to be vegan, bone something, right? And they made awful ramen. I never had the most awful ramen before. It was like, the only thing good on their menu that I had was their vegan mac and cheese. And their ramen was just so overdone with spices, and the umami was not there. I got the lemon one, which did not taste like yuzu like they said. When I picture a yuzu ramen, it's a light, airy ramen. It's not a beefy flavor mixed with cardamom or marjoram, because it totally tasted like someone dumped a full seasoning of marjoram in there. It did not taste good at all. And now I will forever believe that's why people I've met from Boston absolutely hate vegan people. Like, I've met so many people who lived or grew up in Boston, and they had a very vindictive feeling against vegans. And this solidifies why. Their vegan food in Boston is not worthy. I would not go there if you're vegan. Like, if you're vegan, I would travel the extra 100 miles or so to New Jersey. I don't know how many miles it is, but from my hometown, West Springfield, Massachusetts, it's not that far. New York's not that far. several of my classmates in 2nd grade had parents or uncles and aunties who died in 9/11. That's how close we lived to New York, basically. So yeah, those are my plans. Stating them out now. Can't even hang it up. Anyways, moving on. There's a commercial I'm going to apply for this weekend, but I need to one-tone my hair. I'm gonna do like a 10 developer right here. Look at that big dark spot. And then there's a little gold in here. I've been toning my hair with like a toning shampoo. I don't want to use my ion toning yet because I want to get to a banana peel color like this one right here and do like a platinum blonde, even if it's just for a season. Like, I've always wanted to be platinum blonde, and some hairdresser claimed I could never get to a platinum blonde, and I'm starting to think that she just didn't like me, or that she didn't want to give me a deal on platinum blonde, because I was asking for deals back then. Because that's just how I am. I was hella broke. Like, think about it. Living in Sacramento, working multiple jobs on minimum wage, and I was renting a room, not like an apartment, but a room from somebody, and working 2 jobs, 2 full minimum wage jobs, basically, because I asked for a full shift for both the jobs, which I think I got, unless they were both part-time, because I don't think I'm that great at math. Not at all. I don't know if I would have to go back and see, because I don't know. Maybe they were both part-time jobs, because I feel like I didn't spend that much money on myself. Like, come on, gel nails like every 2 weeks and like a Brazilian wax here and there. Like, I know it adds up, but it's not gonna add up to that much, is it? I don't do none of that, no. Look at my hands, like they're just eek. Like this one's just so chipped and weird. Anyways, I have to fix those. Anyways, I also saw something on TikTok today that I really liked. Was Betsy Johnson, my very favorite fashion designer. She said that she can do the splits at 80, and then she showed her doing the splits. Like, damn, that's pretty good. And then she said something along the lines like, if you spend all your life like fitting into one mold, you're gonna just not do that anymore. And then she was like, I don't know how I got here at all. And that's like so relatable, because I don't know how I got here either, but I'm in a different situation than her. A very different one. I'm sure she's got her own apartment, own house, and like I saw her wardrobe, it was pretty full. Mine's pretty bare. Like, this is my fit. This is what I got to work with. That's it. That is it. That's nothing. Some people probably wonder, how did I make it through winter with all just dresses and skirts and shorts? I only had one pair of jeans, so I just layered up that. I put on shorts and then the jeans, and then I'll have tank top with one sweater, and I was freezing, and I just try not to go outside at all, which also accumulated to me being chubby, because I don't do any winter sports. I just stay inside, and now look at me, like a chubby. Like, this is the chubbiest I've ever been. And people have been calling me a fridge just because, like, my shoulders are broad. Like, the hell? Like, if you just pose like this, kind of just gets rid of it. Like, move your hair up and go like flip. Like, nobody will notice. If you're shot straight on, they will. But they'll never really notice if you're doing like weird little poses for editorials. But whatever, they don't care for me that much because I'm teeny short. Okay, screenshot that one. I'm gonna do a thumbnail for that one. It'll be like, I don't know, some crazy title this time. Really funny title. How I got the scoliosis from the mac and cheese in Boston. Oh. Yeah, that was okay, mac and cheese. I think the best food I had in Boston, if I could recommend one place in Boston to eat at, it's inside the mall at Wagamama Noodles. But also, my kids didn't like the garlic. It was like too garlicky. It's too spicy to them. So I would recommend, if you have a bunch of kids, go to the burrito place across from that and get chips. And also get like, see if Wagamama Noodles could do like a noodle without everything. Just like everything separate. Maybe they could do that. I don't know. No confirmation from me. I tried it. I liked it. It just, I could totally tell why. They had a tinge of spice and lots of garlic. Anyways, not many good places to eat, even in Vermont. Like, there's probably like 2 places to eat. So I eat at home and I'm getting fat. Like, I used to go eat out almost 2 times a month in Sacramento. I used to get this one place that had like Chinese food that was vegan and it was so good. I miss them so much. There was actually 2 Asian places that had really good food. And they both made it so that you could have it vegan in Sacramento and Roseville. So one was 7 Deli something. And then the other one was faux vegan. I used to get it on like DoorDash or go in person. And it was so delicious. And I didn't get fat because I was always walking every morning and doing yoga and doing fitness training. And I had a gym membership at one point, but only for like a couple months because then I got kind of frightened because some woman came to the park and she told me about her story and how her daughter got her leg broken there, that she thinks it was, you know, the people that work there. And it made me like really scared, like really scared, because it's like, no way, I can't do that. That's not cool. I'm not gonna support that either, because like, I'd rather believe the victim anyways than just like keep going there and then just think that it doesn't happen and then it happens. But yeah, I really need to do some headshots and then above pictures. A couple of the things he said was, I don't know, I forgot already. I made a full list. One of the biggest things is just tone up and to get the hair toned, which I kind of already knew. There was a couple places he recommended that I've never been to in Boston. Like, he recommended Boston of all places. Like, huh? I was gonna tell him I went there the other weekend and I didn't like it, and he was like, oh well, it's not all that, you know, like it's not all like commercial. There's other jobs, there's commercial print there. They're gonna have more commercial print than New York, which I thought was so strange because I feel like New York would have more jobs, but things would be more expensive and have to pay more, right? But then, I don't know, you have to weigh it out because it's still like a major risk to just up and move, because I already did that once and look where I am now. Like, I literally uplifted myself with one backpack to Sacramento, did a bunch of free shows where I got like pictures, exposure. Yeah, that's cool. But did I ever get signed? Sort of got signed. I don't know if they were a legitimate agency. There was things about the agency that seemed a little off, and I never got paid by the agency, but I never really paid them except for gas to get to the Bay Area. So that was one thing. I did pay for a gas. I pitched in with 4 other girls to go to the Bay Area to do some show in San Francisco. I did get some shows, but were they paying shows? No. And one of the non-paying shows, they were literally telling me to leave, and then I was like, no, I literally spent money to get here, and it was very hard, and I took the time off from 2 of my jobs, my 2 minimum wage jobs. And then eventually they were like, okay. And then after that, they put me in the back of the line because I was so much shorter than the other girls there. And it was just like, okay. So not only do I not get paid, but I get in the back of the line. Like, it would have been cool to be in the front. A couple of times I did get in the front, but to be fair, it was by designers who were, yes, Asian. For some reason, Black people and Asian people uplift me way more than other white people. And like, I don't know, like some people say I look Peruvian, Mexican, ethnic. Like, it depends who you ask. My uncle said ethnic. My who said Peruvian? A photographer recently said Peruvian when I tried to tell him about the agency meeting, just to get his thoughts. And then he was trying to gas me up about like, ooh, international, like you could be an international star. Don't give your hopes up and keep yourself into one market. And I was like thinking, like, I've been trying to do the international thing. I've been trying to be a celebrity, and it's just like, I don't know, something's not working. Like, my mind's just boggled. And before, I guess I was a bit of a like a girl who would chase boys, a boy chaser. I don't know, but like I was totally off center from modeling, because I could have did more modeling shows. Like, what if after I moved to Sacramento, if I went to LA and then did modeling, would it gotten better? I don't know. I'm pretty short, so because I tried the modeling agency in Sacramento like once or twice, which some models tell me to do it more than once. Like, submit as much as possible, like every 6 months, submit your photos. Just keep submitting and annoying everybody, because you won't get the job if you don't annoy people. Which I guess kind of made sense, because one of my acting friends I went with to a 13 Reasons Why casting. It was about to close, and I had just been like this close to talking with the director, and then he said, everything's done, we have everybody we need. And then all of a sudden, like, like my friend just starts being like, hey, you need to like cast at least some of us in the head of the line because we've been waiting here for like 4 hours. Like we were literally in line for over 4 hours, like almost 5 hours, like a full day. And then he was just like, okay, like I'll just cast you all guys. And basically I was in 13 Reasons Why, but I was in the background, like the stadium, the 3rd season when they have the football thing. So that was pretty cool. I actually got paid for that. But that was something I reached out to my friend and they said that we were just hanging out, and then I figured that we were gonna try to audition together or like learn lines together or something. Like I didn't know the full thing. Like I just got off of work, I was hella tired. I would fall asleep on the light rail train all the time. Like one of the times I fell asleep on the light rail, and then I fell asleep all the way till 11 o'clock, and it stopped at the final stop on O Street. And then there was like a fight, but I stopped it by being like, oh no, I'm tired, I just woke up. And then I just started talking with the train conductor guy. And then the kids that were fighting, like the teenagers or whatever, they got off the train. So I was able to save them, I think. So that was kind of cool. I felt like I accidentally saved people from, I don't know, from getting in trouble on the train. Because I got in a couple problems on the train before too. One of it was because I thought like there would be a train conductor that would come up to me and give me a ticket and be like, here, do you have cash? But no, we don't do that anymore. Apparently there was like ATM type machines that nobody told me about. There was people going to it, but I wasn't having that awareness around my body that it happened, you know? That there was like actual ATMs you could just touch and type on and put a card. Like, what? I had no idea. So I ended up getting fined like $600, and it was debilitating. So debilitating, because at the time I was also a babysitter and I'm only getting $35 a day technically on paper, but I was more like getting like $200 every 2 weeks, which wasn't, I don't know, it was just like $200, $250 every 2 weeks. It just ended up changing and fluctuating a lot, and I couldn't math that. That was too much fluctuations for me. I wish everything was just digital and it would add up for me. But yeah, that'll be a life story for another day. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful Friday, beautiful creatives. Wish me luck on losing weight. I'm on a diet. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I don't think I did. Alright, real quick. I am on a diet. Somebody recommended me this diet, and it was like, only have bread on the weekends, and then from when you wake up till like 4 p.m. fruit and vegetable only. Don't do no protein, no bread, like basically no tofu, no beans until 4 p.m. and it's just been like, oh god, no. I hadn't realized how much I relied on cereal in the morning, and then bread for lunch, and then pasta, and then more breads for snacks. So anyways, bye. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye.